Hello everybody, my name is Anthony, welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 Kaiserreich as the Dominion of Canada. Let's continue on from where we last left off. So, we can set a national focus. We wanted to do the King's Speech, which will allow us to eventually do a bunch of other stuff. Like, almost half of the entire idea tree is basically locked behind the King's Speech. We might as well get that done as soon as possible. We still have low manpower. We have 5,000 people in reserve, which, you know, isn't a lot. But we can't really do anything until we have actually points. We're still losing points. Probably should have not. We need to do the King's Speech. We need to stop the government being divided. Yes, we need to get to either abolish Parliament or the Constitution Act. Whichever one's available. I'm not too sure which one will be there. But we need to get to one of those so we can actually start gaining points and not just losing them. Because I don't know if you can go below 0. Or basically we're stuck at 0. We can't really do anything for a while. We can't train troops or anything like that just because we don't have the manpower to actually do it. We only have 18 brigades, which isn't a lot. We're only getting what, 1.5%? 225,000 people are, you know, available, and we're already using a lot of them. So that's our navy. Where's our other navies? I wanted to get these guys go to like here, because at least I know that's a dock. Apparently there's no docks in Halifax, so like these two boats as well. Just go to... Why can't you not enter these provinces? Why can't you go over here? We know too little. We can't go around the... It's not like we're at war or anything. Just go around the United States through the Panama Canal. Apparently we can go through here just fine. We know about the Caribbean, but we just can't go here. Well, that's a little bit dumb. Fine, just stay in Vancouver Island. I don't know. I don't know how we're going to get information about here. Like, we can't do anything with Mexico right now. Air wings with no missions. That's fine. These guys are all on aircraft carriers. And I don't think I've ever once in this game messed about with the aircraft carriers. So we'll see how that works out. Are the flags? Oh, the flags don't seem to be super glitchy today. Well, that's nice. It's nice that the flags are kind of working. So let's see. We're still building these factories. They're still going to be done like August, right? No, June. So a little bit faster. But still a stupidly long time away. At least these are only going to take like 28 days each. These ones are going to take 56. But they're not, you know, the general 70 days, which are quite long. Defense Act number 1, Treaty with Pacific States. These don't become available, I think, until really the American Civil War starts at some point. I think it's probably going to happen around the end of the year. Whenever the American election event fires. So I'm assuming November. I think it's around then. Because the election is disputed. And then people go to war over it. So that's fine. We can just close that for now. Unread port strikes. Oh yeah, we are still at war with Afghanistan. I kind of completely forgot about that. Are our boats still here? Oh no, the flags are being glitchy again. Okay, can we actually go... No, these boats can't go home either. So they're just kind of stuck here for now. But this is like India actually decided to actually move into Afghanistan, which is nice. So I imagine they should capitulate pretty soon. 5 to 7. They have 5-7 brigades. You know, India has 22, so... I mean, we've lost a lot of troops. 467. I don't think the AI will actually really send troops over here. Or at least I hope that they don't. India, why are you crossing? You can go here and then attack from over here. You don't have to cross the river. But I guess if you want to cross the river, that's fine. Do you already have Kabul? No, just go take Kabul and then that's all fine. So we did just get this, so let's get the research time minus 3%. Just to get things done a little bit faster. Yeah, and they're just trying to hit us with planes. They have 31 bombers. They're trying to bomb our boats, but you know, they're not going to die. They actually have no bombers. I think they lost all of their planes. So the King's radio address. The new king has been... The new king has been invested with the royal... for a second, Church of Ottawa. Is there a Church of Ottawa? I don't think there is. Crowns all over Canada gathered in the cities to celebrate the new age of Canadian royalty. Okay, so what's he going to do? Change in market liberals, social liberals, and social conservatives, 50%. Support for the prime minister. So we can either get the conservatives, market liberals, and social liberals up. Bennett and the Exiles. So we can either basically support the current guy in charge, who is Mackenzie King, I think? I believe it's Mackenzie King who's in charge of Canada right now. So we can either support them, or we can support everybody else. Endorses Bennett and the Exiles. Huge popularity by 10%. What's that do for us? They're at 42%. The Conservatives, it's the Social Conservatives. It's not these guys, I think. I know they are the Social Conservatives. Well, I mean, let's... Market Liberals, 25%. Well, let's just do this one. And see how that changes stuff. So we got the Social Liberals, the Market Liberals, and the Social Conservatives. I mean, we're still a Market Liberal country. But they're actually the smallest ideology. The King's Radio Address. Very low party popularity. The civilian support of the ruling party has reached a very low level, which increases our political power. Oh, that's nice. Oh, we can save 150. Oh, nice, because we did the thing. We just got 150 points for free, so we can use that to actually increase the amount of people we can actually conscript, which would be nice. The King's Radio Address. The King has spoken to the nation and has electrified it. From Vancouver to St. John, from Toronto to the Arctic, Canadians everywhere buzz with excitement after hearing a charismatic and forceful speech denouncing syndicalism. I think that's how you pronounce it. And the King's pledge to finish the war that his father began and reclaim Britain. Canadians were warned to never trust the Union or Britain or its allies. So Britain hates us, France hates us, Italy hates us, and the Combined Syndicates of America, which doesn't actually exist yet, also hates us. So does that give us cores here? I mean, we can't declare war. I think at some point we can. Also, I think a war just broke out. This guy just declared war on Mongolia and Tibet, and I think that makes him create a faction. Yeah, the Great Khanate. With Tibet and Mongolia. So they can go fight this guy. How's that going to go? 12 against 22. 5 to 8. That's about even. Except that these guys are going to be fighting on a two-front war, so we'll see how that kind of works out. So no national focus. So let's propose Bill C-7. And try to get one of these, just so we can get rid of divided government. That needs to be done, basically. I shouldn't have done that, because now we don't have the points. So we need 150. God damn it. Okay. Should have done it the other way then. But, okay. Maybe we can get some more points soon? Maybe? Well, this is only going to last 28 days. So we'll probably wait a month. And then we'll just wait a month for doing anything else. And then hopefully at that point we can... At that point, we can get better conscription laws. Because right now, it's not doing too great for us. We need more men. Are you boats? Yeah, you're boats. Go to... here. Combine with these boats. Is that all of our navies? Eastern Canada. Oh, we have... Where are you guys? Oh, you're over here. Capacity 68 out of 10. Where's the big port? 7 out of 20. That's fine. Just kind of combine them all into one big fleet. Well, when we're at war, we'll worry about it. But until then, it doesn't really matter to me. Okay, Parliament debate Bill C-7 to military-industrial reform. Over the last month, Parliament has debated military-industrial reform measures in Bill C-7. Minister C.D. Howe presented an ambitious plan that would improve the military industry of Canada by subsidizing key industries and building the infrastructure to support them. Some radical members of the Conservative Party have presented a plan that would involve nationalizing several key military industries outright. Howe has outright drives the proposal and is threatening to step down if it's passed. Howe and the Tories could be brought together. Okay. So, support one of their plans. Conservative Party a plan to nationalizing. So the Conservatives want to nationalize the military. And how? Okay, what did Howe presented an ambitious plan that would... So Howe wants to subsidize them. And building the infrastructure to support them. And then the Tories want to just make them... Oh, we'll go with their plan. We'll see if they have some better ideas. Give us more military factions, stuff like that. Because right now, our military... It's a little bit weak. We have 11 military factories. Let's see, the United States has... Well, they have 7. You can see the British and stuff. The guys in Europe are way more really only that many factories? I would have expected a little bit more than like 25. But, you know, they have about twice as many military factories as we do. How's Russia doing? You have a lot of factories, Russia? 9 to probably about 10 factories, so about the same. We just need to militarize. I want to get these civilian factories done, though, soon as well. Now, so we basically kicked everybody out of the country. Except for these 3 parties, which kind of makes sense. Parliament debates C-17 or C-7 conscription measures. Past several weeks, Parliament has been busy debating the draft of the new conscription. Oh, so we don't even need to do these things. It'll just be basically given to us. That's nice. Okay. Conservatives and loyalist groups feel the measure is necessary to bring armed forces up to snuff and reclaim the home islands. The Liberal Party opposes these measures and citing the Quebecois opposition. Instead, they propose reforms training limited conscription. Okay, so let's see. Limited conscription would put us here. I'm assuming no conscription leaves us at volunteers only. Limited, and then I'm assuming full conscription is extensive. Gets event. What's our unity now? It's 50%. Full conscription. I mean, let's go full conscription. And I'm assuming at some point it's just going to do that on its own. So that's nice. At least I didn't spend the political points actually getting that stuff done. That would have been a little bit silly of me. In hindsight. So, are they still bombing us? They are still bombing our boats. Can you just stop that, Afghanistan? Also, India, just go take Kabul. Like, it shouldn't be this hard. I mean, these guys are about to die. You have, like, no attack, do you? Base value, river crossing, night. Ooh, 15. You know, I'm sure it'd be fine. Posh exiles and syndicalist sympathizers. Canada has been unable to avoid the bitter class war that has engulfed Britain after the Great War. Oh, no, has been able. Did I say wasn't able? I don't know. But we've been able to avoid the class war that engulfed Britain after the Great War. But conflict between Anglo-Canadians and British exiles is growing. Some of this has led to the development of several groups calling for reapproachment of the Union of Britain. The Tories want to crack down on these groups and have proposed a new parliamentary committee to basically spy with executive power over the Royal Canadian Mounted Police and a new civilian intelligence agency with Conservative MP Robert Manion as its chairman. So what does this do? Another you get unified government. Yeah, no secret police. We are all Canadians. So that did I get rid of? We have unified government, and we also have divided government at the exact same time. So that's good. Are we gaining points yet? No, we're still losing points, but not as bad as we were earlier. So that's good. Oh yeah, my plane's over here too. Yeah, just help support the Indian troops. We'll give them some air support. We only put like 175 planes, but that's better than nothing. Parliament votes on the final draft of C-7. Okay. We can make it fail or we can have it pass. After very many lengthy and heated debates in Parliament, is now ready to vote on the finalized version of Bill C-7. So let's see. So remove divided government, remove the conscription debate. The bill. I mean, those weren't added. So maybe those will show up in later versions of the patch. Oh, we also get free military factories, extensive conscription. Gets events. I think having it fail does other things. So, Bill C-7, if it fails, we can go down this path. But we don't have the ruling parties to do that. So we're going to have it pass because I don't see reason, like we can't make it, we can't go further down the failure path. So, we'll pass the bill. 500,000 people are now ready to be trained up. Let's get the Constitutional Act going. And that should mean we're actually gaining a little bit of points. Not a lot. I mean, like a very, very small amount, but some points. And that's good. And we can actually start training up an army now. Isn't that great? So let's add 5 guys. Go here. Motorized visions. Are you just motorized or are you like tank? No, you have a light tank. And we'll add like 2 of you. And you can be set to Ontario as well. And then Royal Marines we probably don't need. We don't have enough civilian factories to actually import the stuff we need. Well, that's good. And we also have a lot more military factories. So that's nice. Get military. We're not making tanks if we actually need to make tanks. Just make a lot of rifles for now. I think that's what we need more than anything. And we need more steel. So get more steel from the United States. We really are... We have no factories right now. They're all being traded away. Well, that's not good. Okay, cancel all imports then for the moment. Trade. Cancel all of this. So we need 10 oil. We only need 1 tungsten. So, I mean, tungsten to me doesn't seem as important. Get the steel, because I think steel is what we need. I know it gets a little bit of a speed decrease. Minus 30%, but it's probably better to have that and then still be able to actually make stuff. May 1937. Yeah, it's going to take a while. How about, okay, let's go back to trade. Let's go here. As long as we, I think, have most of the steel. Like, the tanks, to me, at least, don't matter as much. But having, you know, rifles and, you know, stuff for our infantry divisions, which are the most plentiful divisions, I feel like we really need to have those more than anything else. So, India. Okay, you're actually going to finally take this province, so that'll fix the AI at least a little bit. They'll kind of go up against the Afghan border, and hopefully it'll take Kabul soon. 18,000. That's a lot of That's a lot of dead Afghanistan troops. Yeah, the war's going pretty well for our side, I would say. Going pretty well. Yeah, we'll close this for now. It's fine. We don't need resources. Minus 10 steel, minus 1 tungsten, chromium, rubber, oil. I like how the Jeeps don't need, So this is like negative 100. It's negative 90% because we don't have steel or oil to make these tanks. But that's fine. Support weapons, infantry weapons. So that's good. Factory output. Okay, let's get construction speed up. Let's get concentrated industry because we're in the new world. Like, we don't need to worry, I think, about getting bombed too much. And actually, synthetic oil. We have no oil ourselves, so I think building at least a handful of oil refineries would make sense. Okay, so that's good. And also, that should mean that we should go out of basic infantry equipment to just infantry equipment 1. It costs no more steel to make, which is nice. It's going to slow down our production at least a little bit, but they are better rifles. And we need better rifles. So we're currently in May. You won't join our faction, which kind of sucks. It's like, what's happening in the rest of the world? You guys doing okay? They're kind of beating Tibet a little bit. Moving troops into Mongolia, so they're doing pretty alright for themselves. They're about to take Kabul soon, I imagine. This is basically the only Afghanistan army left. As soon as they're dead, it's just, I think, this 1 brigade guarding the capital, and as soon as he's dead, there's no opposition left in Afghanistan, which is nice. Okay, our planes. Move up. Actually, most of the fighting right now is still actually here. As soon as these divisions are dead, we might send them up to proper Afghanistan, but until then... Actually, no, let's send the fighter. Can we send the fighter to Afghanistan? Can we send... You don't have the range for it, I'm assuming. Can you, I want to rebase you here. Can I not rebase you? I want this fighter. Go here. Go to one of these ports. No? Fine. That's not a big deal, I guess. Why can't I? Is it because we don't control the airport? Maybe? I'm not too sure. But apparently, this guy, which I will not even try to pronounce, just declared war on the legislation cities, which I believe have no troops. They have 4 to 6 brigades, actually. But basically, this giant... It's basically a company that owns half of China and belongs to Germany. Just declared war on all these guys down here, so that's good. They're going to take all the legislation cities, which I imagine is going to mean that we're going to lose this. Which sucks. Oh, did the war end? The Republic of... Oh! Afghanistan is now a puppet of India. I don't know when the war ended. I didn't even get a pop-up about it, but apparently it's over. And now they're a nice republic. Well, that's good. Let's send our planes back to, like, Ottawa. And now Afghanistan is part of the Entente, which is good. You know, with their 3 brigades. But I mean, it's better than not having them in our faction, right? But I do believe this is going to be a good time to end this episode. Thank you for watching. My name has been Anthem. If you enjoyed, remember to thumbs up. If you not enjoyed, click thumbs down. If you want to see more, subscribe, and goodbye.